Hey, everybody, and welcome to Basic Training. I will be teaching this segment of Basic Training, and I want to congratulate you for making the commitment to be here to learn. Obviously, you invested to start a LifeWave brand partner business, and you've probably got your patch kit by now. So let's jump into it. But before we do that, I want to tell you a little bit about myself so that you will understand my perspective on what we're even talking about here tonight. After a extensive tenure with a major corporation that I was with for a long time, I retired from that company in 1997. And it was about that same time frame I was first introduced to network marketing. And I got to tell you, even though I wasn't looking to earn more money at that time, I was pretty excited to see what I saw in network marketing. It was different than corporate marketing, but there was something about it that I thought that I liked. So I got involved with that company and I worked with that for 9 years part-time. And I loved all of the experience I had with that company. My wife and I then took a different twist and turn. We went into the franchise world. We purchased 3 franchises, and that's what we planned to do until we got ready to retire. We would sell our franchises and then retire off of the proceeds. That was our plan, but something happened that changed that plan. In 2005, a friend of mine introduced me to a new network marketing company that was just getting ready to open their doors. Um, it was a new concept, a new product or service, and I was mesmerized by it. Once again, I was really excited to see what I saw. So I got involved with that company. My wife stayed behind managing our 3 businesses because that's where we had all of our capital invested. Well, let me tell you what happened to that company that started up that we jumped in with. We crushed it. I'm telling you, we crushed it, knocked it out of the park. There were over 100,000 partners on our team. There were dozens that joined the residual millionaire ranks. We had an amazing time during that tenure. It was so much fun. And what we did after we joined that business was we sold our franchises the following year. Now, it's been 21 years ago since we got involved with that network marketing company that kind of changed everything for us. And uh, we've been working it hard, and I'm still involved with it because I'm drawing a pretty heavy residual retirement income from that company. But I retired 3 years ago because my health was failing me. I was in bad need of a kidney transplant. And I'd gotten to where I couldn't work. I wasn't interested. I wasn't motivated. Didn't have the energy. And again, so we retired. Uh, and we were doing pretty darn good because we had a kidney transplant in December of 2022, and my health was restored, and I felt great. But since I was retired, I was not interested in going back to work. Okay, retirement was just too much fun for us. I mean, it's something that we had always dreamed about, but didn't know if it would really going to be reality the way that it turned out. You know, to be able to retire and have no financial issues whatsoever and be totally debt free. We were not interested in going back. But 15 months ago, a good friend of mine approached me with the LifeWave business. And once again, I was mesmerized. You know, I had already been hooked on network marketing, but this was something really, really special. I checked out the company, I checked out the founder and the inventor, found out it was a 20-year-old company, not a startup. Uh, The support system was unparalleled for anything I'd ever seen in my adult life. So we couldn't help it. We jumped back in the fire again in network marketing with LifeWave. And I got to tell you, we haven't looked back. That's been 15 months ago now, and we're having a ball. And I've been asked to share some training tips with you on how we built such a successful business. So bear with me just a second and let me share my screen, and we will blast through some slides. What I want to do is I want to help you create a list. Uh, it's not a list and an inventory, not an inventory like patches, but your business inventory. And the way I build my business is you can either focus on finding business builders or customers. I prefer business builders because that's the way I know I can build a big business. To find other entrepreneurs just like myself that want to join my team and we combine our efforts and build something really big. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to create a list of 100, 200, or 300 names on a piece of paper. Get your pen and paper. Write down those names. And what you'll find is most people start with their friends and family first, and they'll realize there's not 100, 200, 300 of those. So after you finish that, I want you to open your cell phone directory and start writing names because there's hundreds, if not thousands of names in that. Okay. And once you've started that, I want you to create a form that looks something like this. You can do it on your computer. You can do it on your tablet. Uh, put a column for the names, and then the columns to the right, 4 columns, that'll be the most important part of anything you'll learn today, is you're gonna select people that are business minded, money motivated, influence, and they can afford to do the business. And what you'll do is you'll list those names all the way down the column left on the left side, and then you'll go across that column and put a check mark beside the name of a person that's business minded. Now you already know these people, so you know if they're business minded. You know an entrepreneur. Uh, are they money motivated? Are they influential and can they afford? You put those lists down the left column and work your plan like that. But those columns are so important. I want to spend just a minute talking about them. Business minded. Here's what I mean. Are they self-motivated? Are they disciplined? Are they action takers? Are they results driven? Are they make it happen kind of people? If they are, put a check mark by them. Are they money motivated? Are they frustrated maybe with the current situation? They're not earning the kind of money that they think they need. Uh, or maybe they're just looking for financial freedom is one of their goals. Or maybe like me, they were looking to create a retirement type of income with the business. It could be any of those. If they're that, put a check mark beside their name. Are they influential? This is a big one right here. Are they natural leaders and others follow their lead? Large networks, extension connections. Are they people that other people gravitate toward? You know those people. They're the people that are in the Chamber of Commerce, the Rotary Club, the Lions Club, the networking club. People want to be around them because they're such a positive force and they're going somewhere. Is that the kind of person it is? If it is, put a check mark by it. And then last, can they afford to do the network marketing business? Here's what I mean. I don't mean can they write a check or pay for $300 to $500 for the cost to get started as a brand partner. What I mean is their daily or their monthly household expenses at home, are they covered by maybe a spouse's income or maybe their own income? Are they covered? Because building a network marketing business takes time. And I don't want this new person to have any pressure on themselves. I want them to be able to have all of those expenses already covered. And once you understand that, then this might be what your form would look like. You put the names down on the left. you put your extra check mark beside on the column to the right if they're business minded, entrepreneurial, money motivated, influential, so forth and so on. And then after you finish that, and look, you're going to have a bunch of these pages of forms because you're going to have hundreds of people. Maybe your form will look like this then. And all of the writing on the bottom of this form, it simply says this: everyone with four check marks beside their name, meaning they're business minded, money motivated, influential, and they can afford it, they're the ones that go on the top of the list. They're the ones that you want to talk to about coming into your business as a business builder. And they're the ones that will help blow your business into orbit. Okay. And in this particular case, you see Jane has got four check marks. Odessa's got four check marks. Anthony's got four check marks. They go to the top of the list of people you're going to make contact with. And then those that have got three check marks, they go right under them. And then two check marks and so forth. And then you'll probably have someone pop in like this that only has one check mark. But if it happens to be in the influential category, they go to the top of the list also because influence is probably the biggest of all of them. So this is the way you'll work your business to create the contacts that you have to determine who you're going to talk to about becoming a brand partner, a business builder on your team. This is the way, my friends, that you will explode your business by working your list and sorting through that list to determine who you want to talk to. Me and my team have built a business to the very top of the industry. And this is one of the elements that allowed us to do that. It allowed us to select people that we knew if they joined our team, they had the ability to explode it.